Yo guys, what is up? Max and our first Descendant video, and today we're going to be giving you a rundown on how to kill the new boss, Gluttony. Gluttony is the hardest boss in the game right now. It is a pretty big step up from the previous bosses. All of these bosses prior were like level 4 increases, 114 to 118 to 122 to 126 to 130. Gluttony is a level 140 boss, and you are going to need your best gear to be able to take it down. In this guide, we're going to break down everything you need to know. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's get right into it. So the very first thing to talk about is Gluttony is weak to fire, but also seemingly pretty resistant to ability damage. You will not insta-nuke this boss like other bosses with like 4 Lepics, and this boss hits really hard. This is the hardest hitting boss in the game right now. I brought in my ultimate Ajax with 30k HP and 50k defense, and he 3-taps me. Anything around like 10k HP, you're probably getting 1-tapped by. So you need to bring as much tankiness as you can. Your goal is to be able to survive at least 2 hits from this thing. I was personally playing Eugen to keep my team constantly healed and making sure that they were staying alive from any chip damage. Really good descendants for this fight are Glay. Glay has infinite ammo and really good with gun damage. Enzo's fantastic for this fight, topping off your teammates, giving everyone crit damage and weak point damage. Eugen's really nice for healing. And Ajax can be really nice as just a tanky descendant to set up to support the DPSs. But this fight is a little bit, you're going to need a little bit more coordination than some of the other fights. So just going to walk you through a replay of a VOD of a kill that we did. So when the fight first starts out, you're going to want to be doing as much damage to this boss's weak points as possible. Staggering this boss is more important than other bosses because he's very quick to do wipe mechanics, and he seems to enrage faster in his second phase after his first. So if you can kill him or get his weak points down to yellow, it helps to kind of save them for the second phase so you can have consistent downs and an easier time killing him. So during the first part of the fight, we're just going to be focusing on getting his weak points down. Now you'll notice here, these are the like ice orbs. Gluttony's big mechanic has to do with his arm here. As you can see, he's got this big laser that's got a purple meter on it. If this purple meter fills all the way up to the top, you and all your teammates die. And in order to stop him from wiping you, you have to push these like snow orbs into him. Think about him as like his laser is heating up. In order to cool it down, you need to push these snow orbs into them. Now, I'll show you how to do that in a second. But right now, let's keep walking through our first phase. Bringing weapons like Nazastra's is really strong for this to reduce his defense. Enduring Legacy is a great fire damage weapon. Things that bring a lot of damage is definitely what you're going to be looking for. In this phase, just healing my teammates, making sure that we're doing lots of weak point damage. And then once his enraged part starts, that's when we're really going to start worrying about having to cool him off. Now, he's about to go enraged. So once he's enraged, these snow spawners, there's always going to be 3 at the like halfway part through the fight. Their locations will change, but they always start in the first 3 spaces. You're going to not want to be too close to them. If you're too close, they will actually drop down and freeze you because they do like a little bit of splash damage. Bringing a weapon with big mag size like the Enduring Legacy, the Tamer, just something you can kind of constantly shoot is really great for this part. And what's new about his immune phase is there's these purple orbs. Now, you cannot, during his immune phase, cool him off by just shooting the snow orbs into him. You have to shoot these purple orbs and detonate these snow orbs. And so the way that it works is you actually just shoot at these snow orbs. As you can see, I'm shooting them towards him. And when these get close to him, they're going to get linked to the purple. As you can see, like the lines are linking it. This means that if I detonate the purple by shooting it, these things are really easy to kill. I'm going to explode all of the blue orbs and get a massive amount of cooldown on him, or like cooling down his laser. So there I kind of misfired. You can see that I exploded, but that is our big goal there, is just to constantly just keep pushing these blue orbs close to him. And then once the purple orb gets to a reasonable distance, then you detonate the purple orb. Try to see if one happens here. There, a purple orb explodes. Looks like it wasn't quite linked. There, I'd try to detonate my purple. There's another one detonating. Here's a good example. So there the purple detonates. and it explodes the two connected to it. Like, it looks like a 3. So getting a chain like this where you're using your damage on a purple that's connected to multiple snow orbs will give you a really fast immune phase. Our immune phase there was pretty short. Sometimes you can get chains of like 6 to 7 orbs, just kind of chaining and cooling him down immediately. And then once you're in his second phase, which is basically after you cool him off the first time, he will build his laser very quickly. Typically, you've got a little bit of time after this phase where you can focus on damage, because obviously you just cooled off his laser, hopefully a ton. And this is when we usually go for shoulders, because this is the scary part. After the first phase is the real scary part, because he will go immune very quickly. We had probably 10 plus wipes during the second part where we just couldn't cool him off fast enough. And the cooling off mechanic is kind of difficult because you have to shoot the orbs into him and he constantly moves around. So here I'm just kind of doing the shoulder trick where I'm going to be holding onto his shoulder as long as I possibly can up to the very last second, because he's not going to build any enrage while I'm on his shoulder. We had Lepix and Glaze here just to pump damage. During this phase, he still can like pop up and enrage and kill you. So as soon as that like damage phase is over and he's down, you immediately want to go back to shooting the snow orbs. During this phase, his second part, it's helpful to have 2 people that are just dedicated snow orb shooters and 2 people that are on DPS, because I promise you what's going to kill you in this fight more often than not is not your lack of damage, but him enraging. This is why I like just defaulted over here. That's why I was playing Eugen. I could keep my team healed up from afar and try to push this snow orb here. So there, I've got like a decent angle on one, trying to push it into him. You'll know, like, obviously that one missed, but you'll know if you see them explode. They'll explode like in a decent radius from him if they get close enough. So there, you see that like a little bit where it just kind of like absorbed into him. That's how you know that it worked. You can see the snow globe just kind of absorb into him. That'll constantly keep his arm cooled off. And then your DPSs can focus on DPS while you have 2 people who are just kind of focusing on cooling him off at all times. There you can see his lasers halfway. Gonna push this orb into him. Try to push this orb into him, and we're just constantly lowering his laser. You can see the laser was halfway, and I pushed those 2 orbs. Now it's about maybe 1/8 of the way full, and this gives us enough leeway to basically kind of DPS him down now. He's got this much health. That's why you can see me kind of just going for the kill now, where we're going to pull out our sniper rifle and try to finish him off, because this laser, we just cooled it off a bunch. But that is the fight. Those are the mechanics. Here we get our kill. I get a little scared here, so I go back because he's about to enrage. I go back to my little thing, but we did have the damage to take him down. So once again, Gluttony, the big things to understand are pushing the snow orbs into him with a LMG, something with a lot of ammo, helps a ton. Glay, Enzo, Eugen, Ajax, Lepic can still do pretty good damage to him. But the biggest thing is understanding his mechanics and making sure that you're constantly cooling him off, because he will enrage very quickly and kill your team very quickly. The other big challenging part of this fight is that he will one-shot any squishies straight up. Like, I was coming in with a 5k health Lepic when I first started this, and he was having none of that. We were just constantly getting wiped. Guys, that is going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you're looking for some people to do this fight with, I've got a Discord with 93,000 people in it right now who are all looking for groups and playing with each other. So I'll have a link for that in the description. This fight is absolutely insane, and I'm really happy to see just kind of the level that they're taking these fights. You know, we're already getting some really, really crazy difficult bosses a month into the game, and we've got like mega dungeons and raids coming in the future. So I'm excited to see where that goes, but I hope you guys enjoyed the guide. I'll catch you all on the next one. Take care. Peace.